Excuse the big ass pimple that is growing on my nose right now. You see this massive, disgusting thing on my nose. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. I used a pimple patch, so it helped a little bit. So, as you guys saw on the title of this video, I am going to be trying out the new Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I got the shade 9 because I went based off like my foundation shade, which is 240. So I'm actually really excited to try this. So there are 25 flexible shade options. It's instant blurring skin tint, buildable light to medium long wear coverage with quick blur complex for hydrating diffused effect, smooth texture that layers well with primer and skincare. Apply with fingers or brush. Okay, so I'm gonna apply one side with my fingers and one side with a brush and see how it all works. So since this is more on the hydrating side, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. matte putty primer. This isn't a fully matte primer. It doesn't like totally mattify your face. It just gives you a very soft and smooth canvas for your foundation or skin tint or whatever you guys use. And it's really affordable. It's only like $6, I believe. And these putty primers honestly are one of my favorite primers. Sorry if you guys hear my son. He is already up as well. Every single morning I want to film, he decides I am going to get up at 6 in the morning and make it more difficult for my mom to film. Pretty much just putting this in my T-zone, which is where it gets the most oily. I don't want to be looking like a greasy mess throughout the day. As you can see, it didn't like really mattify my face, but it did give me like a very soft, blurred out canvas to do this with. Okay, so this is what the product looks like. It is very tiny. I actually, when I saw the box, I thought maybe I had gotten a sample size from Sephora because I didn't expect it to be this tiny. There is only 1.08 fluid ounces in this, which I guess maybe, let's see her other foundation. Oh, keep in mind this is a skin tint as well. It's not a foundation, but it actually is the same amount of her other foundations, but it's just in a very much smaller compact packaging, which I kind of like for traveling. It just makes it easier to travel with. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try this out with my fingers first. I don't even know how many drops to put, so I'm just gonna start off with this much, and I'm gonna warm it up in my hands and then just put it on to the face. It's definitely light coverage, as you guys can see, but I don't think I'm gonna like it very much with my fingers. I don't know why. I just don't like applying things with my fingers. I don't think I got a lot on there, and I mean, you guys can kind of tell like the difference. It's not a lot. Like I said, it is a light to medium coverage. So we are going to see if we can build this up. But I'm going to try and go in with a brush. I'm going to be using this flat top kabuki, and this is from the Makeup Shack. This is a T16. And I'm just going to put a few drops on the back of my hand. But we'll see how it goes with the brush. I definitely get more coverage with a brush, for sure. I can already tell that. You guys can already see like the difference in coverage in this side and this side. On this side you can definitely see more redness. I do like it though. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. It honestly looks like, it looks like my skin but better. I feel like I do use a lot of product. So I'm going to try and build up the coverage on this side and see really how buildable it is. So off the bat, I'm not really liking how this sits on my nose. I feel like maybe my nose is really, really dry. And it's just like really, really flaky on my nose. My skin is like a little irritated right here. I don't know if it's the skin tint. I'm just like, it itches so much. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to do concealer. Go in with my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. I've actually really been enjoying this concealer. And I'm using the shade M100, which is Golden Natural. Just going to add it here and here. I don't want too much. I get rid of so many of my brushes, you guys, because they were almost all Morphe. And we ain't supporting Morphe right now because they're not dropping James Charles, and I won't be supporting them if they don't. So I'm just gonna go just lightly conceal my under eye so I look more awake, because I've been up since 6 in the morning. My son is just has the worst allergies right now, and he's just not being able to sleep through the night. So that means I get up really often at night. It's just like, I love how easily this concealer blends out, you guys. Like, do you guys just see how easy that was? To set my face, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. So it's become like one of my favorite setting powders right now. It's just leaving my face with like a nice luminous finish. I'm gonna go in and set my under eye first before I go and set the rest of my face. Just gives you like such a smooth finish, but not too dry. It doesn't look dry, it looks nice and luminous. You guys can see a little bit of the difference. And then just take this all around my face. Okay, so I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I will be right back to just show you guys kind of like the finish look, and then we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I went and I finished the rest of my makeup. I ended up going into my hair as well. As you guys can see, my hair is different. I did change it. I do want to go lighter eventually, like in the summer, but right now this is like perfect. So far, I actually really like this skin tint. It looks really, really good on the face. Just like my only problem is my nose area, but that is literally almost every single foundation that I have a problem with that all the time. Like, no matter what, like, it's very hard for foundation to stick on my nose. But I love how all the products worked out really well on my skin. My skin doesn't feel cakey or heavy, so it's obviously a very lightweight skin tint, and I really, really enjoy this. I do feel like I use a lot of product, but I think it's more of the misconception that it's a smaller bottle than a regular bottle, than the regular size foundations of hers. So I think I end up using the same amount or maybe even less of this. I definitely didn't like how it applied with my fingers, but I did love how it applied with my brush. I didn't use a beauty blender because it just said a brush or fingers, so maybe next time I will try it with a beauty blender and see how I like it. But I am loving this so far. I'm going to be doing some check-ins throughout the day, so don't go away because we're going to be doing check-ins. But yeah, so far I really, really like it. Hopefully it holds up well during the day because I will be out and about doing a lot of stuff. So we will see you guys in a bit. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the movie in the background. I'm just going to do a very quick check-in. So far my face looks pretty good still, all except my nose and right here. But it is because I've been wearing a mask. So obviously it's not transfer proof because it doesn't transfer onto the mask. But other than that, everything looked pretty good everywhere else. Like right here, it's just not transferring well, and like right here, it's gone. But it's mainly like right here, where like there's like kind of faded away. Like no more makeup product right here. But other than that, everything's good. Everything's holding up except this lash. So yeah, so I will do another check-in later tonight. It is currently 2:45. It's 2:45. So I will do a check-in later on, like around 8-ish, before I take off this makeup and see how it goes. Alright guys, it is 11 o'clock. Pretty much. It's like 10:45. I've had this makeup on since like 8 in the morning. So 14-hour wear, you guys. 14-hour wear. So obviously I look hella tired. It's very late. It's not very long wearing. For me at least. But I mean the coverage is good. If I like set my face like with some powder and everything, I'll look good, decent. But the makeup right here is completely gone. I have like no makeup here. I think it's just on this side, so maybe I just didn't apply enough on this side because I still have pretty good coverage on this side. The makeup held on pretty well everywhere else. I mean, besides the fact that I wore a mask a lot today, it looks pretty good. Let's not mind my pimple because it just got worse throughout the day. I did take my lashes off. I'm extremely tired. It has been a long day. I've been out and about all day. So it has been pretty exhausting. But I honestly think the foundation is really good. Well, it's not a foundation. It's a skin tint. So it's not going to be like full coverage and whatever. But I actually really liked it. It feels really, really lightweight on the skin, so I don't feel so much like heaviness from like, or cakiness from like other foundations wearing it all day long. I didn't really get that oily. I would have to get like a blotting sheet, which I don't have any. But I really didn't get that oily, honestly. Like, you guys can like kind of see. But honestly, I really actually liked it. I definitely had to apply it with a brush only because I feel like this side doesn't look as good as this side because I used my fingers first and then I went in with a brush for a second layer. So definitely the best way for me to use it is with a brush. Others liked it with just their fingers. I don't know. With the whole pandemic and everything, I just rather not use my fingers to apply anything on my face. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will check you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.